Started, we start streaming, and we drop a quarter of our frames. Immediately. Immediately. No, okay. We'll see how it goes. I do see upload speed is 3 megabytes a second, which should be good for gaming, streaming at least, which is like 1080p. It's probably like 270, 780, 420. Who the hell knows? It's some amount of pixels. And then just now again, I will try to push play, but we'll see. We'll see if my voice holds up. So, anyways, we were playing a run. Got Blue Baby, got the battery, got the things, many items. Let me just put on a little bit of noise here. We got many items. And yeah, we can see how it goes. I need to keep remembering that if I turn off the sound, I'm going to have to fill it up. Anyways, so we've got the poop. That sound tells me that we've unlocked something, which is good. I need to remember, find a useful judgment, basically, because I've got it here. It's like judgment's sitting here, but I don't have anything to do with it. I'm gonna take Contagion. Oh. That's a first. I got 2 items. Look, I probably need to play planetariums as well. I know there's a bit of a an unlock to get, like an achievement or something. And because I never miss item rooms, I've got a tendency to go there. I think what I'll do is aim to get Dreamcatcher or something. That'll allow me to go the planetarium route without having to decimate my funds. In fact, we may go look for Dreamcatcher now. Because it's right here. Okay, so Mystery Gift is pretty decent. I might actually make that happen if I can. I'm gonna go explore because I'm seeing Mystery Gift and I do like free stuff. Although not as much as you might think. Like, how does everyone here feel about free stuff? I guess it's one of those interesting questions that people say, well, you know how to control people, and a lot of people are like, oh, well, you have to do this NLP. But what they found is people really like free stuff to the point where it's actually a bit of a problem because of how much they love it, and people will do some really stupid stuff if they think they can get something for free. And Taint's good. Let's just put it that way. You know? By the way, Contagion's a lot better than I thought it would be. I think part of me was like, oh, it'll be garbage. Like, it's not great, but it's certainly far from terrible. Anyways, we can get that the package. Love to see here. Wow, that was actually incredible. Would be blank card. That'd be very nice to see. Our luck is really nice, so we know not to go do casino playouts. But anyways, 3 stuff, yeah. So what they've discovered, they being scientists and or marketers, not necessarily bad people, but some of the less you're going to be very disillusioned about humanity if you go into marketing. Let's just put it that way. Like, their job is how do we manipulate people. And yeah, I used to have a boss actually that was a marketer, and he'd be like, well, how did he become my boss? Because I'm in IT. And yeah, he was like, yeah, exactly that. He got into marketing, he studied it, it was like, oh, it was a bit manipulative, but it won't be that bad. And then when he actually finally did work in it, he was like, oh no, it turns out it's exactly as bad as we thought it was. It is exactly that bad. That is how bad it is. I smooth brained that. I was in the room too. I was like, there's nothing for me yet. Damn it. And I left behind the poop. F in chat. I F myself. Carrie. Girly. There we go, now OBS works. Dude. There we go, drop frames going down. I don't know what the hell that is. But I do know it's a pain. I'm gonna continue. There we go. Okay. We'll be continuing. Let's continue. Which is very weird. There we go, yeah. Okay. We continuing. I don't know what we're continuing or why, but we do. Anyways, now that I've smooth grug brained it, if we get 2 explosives, it'll be worth going back to that place. I think that'd be worth keeping in mind. We also need the keys we just picked up, but I think we're good there. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of took this from a pretty good one to a really bad one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to own that. That was pretty terrible. We could go for the money, but I'd rather go for the chests because they're far more likely to have the spirit hearts that we need. Ah, shoot, no we can't. We actually can't. I'll just go for the money. At least one of them is probably going to give me something. Okay, so on the bright side, we are incredibly powerful. On the downside, we are more or less the definition of a glass cannon right now. Like, base is really bad. And I am desperately looking for an item that'll turn that around. You know what? Why not? The cross is pretty good. I found Pulsinatum. Okay. Good part about Lusty Blood, every time we kill an enemy we get a bit of a damage up, and that tends to stack pretty quickly. Oh, that's right, this is the first time I've been in the flooded basement in a while. I forgot about that. It's been a while since I've seen it. Because, yeah, I know this was introduced. This is more for anybody watching. This is a history lesson. It was introduced as, damn, I can't remember how they introduced it. I can't remember if it was Burning Basement or... I think Flooded was part of the original game, but they didn't really do much with it. Whereas the I know there's an alternate path, and that was introduced with... I can't remember its name exactly. I'm gonna be honest, I'm drawing a blank on it. But it was the rework that somebody did as a mod. And it was also where Bethany first got introduced. But she's a very different character at the time. Like, I don't think her book's stacked with other active items, for instance. Yeah, a couple of things like that, I guess. Dude, I'm gonna take the damage reduction before I take pretty much anything else. Come on, man. Because right now I need to protect myself from myself. Just sit there and be like, I am a stupid dummy that needs to protect it from myself. Not great, but okay. I don't know that it's worth it. Okay, we've got 3 guys. Oh yeah, what were we talking about? 3 stuff, yeah. So people have found with marketing and that. Oh yeah, my boss, yeah. Okay. But anyways, 3 stuff. So people have found that if you offer somebody something for free, they'll do far more for the thing that was quote unquote free than they would ever have normally done for anything like in a different situation. They would actually fight you a lot harder on it. But because it's free, you know, people are like, I'll do something free. So typical example would be like, how much would someone have to pay you to stand in line, right? Like, just stand there. Someone goes to you and be like, I'll give you $5. You'd be like, no, get wrecked. I'm not standing here for half an hour for $5. But give them something worth $5 for free. I know they'll happily stand there and just take it. And it was one of those things that people have discovered because of the way our psychology kind of works. And we're pretty vulnerable to that kind of like manipulation tactics. And yeah, it's interesting. It's the same as learned something about the Delphi effect. It comes from the prophets of Delphi, where because people but what happened was Delphi was like a Roman village where you'd have a prophetess and she'd like huff fumes that came out of a crack that made her high, and she'd like, you know, do the speaking visions and dreams and blah 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 that prophetesses do. And then people believed it because obviously what happens there is in the church, like, says something and then everybody's involved in the process. And words while playing Isaac is hard. I am pushing through. Oh yes. So Delphi, prophetess would huff fumes and speak, and then it'd be interpreted, like she'd speak a whole bunch of unintelligible garbage and it'd be interpreted by the priests. What happened then was they would go to the people and, like, you know, form consensus with the people and be like, the priest said this, the prophetess said this, and because the people were like, yeah, we think the prophetess says this, if you got an open thing, everyone can complain. And they found that when that happened, the people kind of went with it. So there's something called Delphi indoctrination, and the way it works is basically on the exact same principle, where they found that if you ask people what their opinion is, they're far more likely to accept the outcome, even if the outcome doesn't take their opinion into account. And so what the technique describes is you effectively take a discussion, something like you'll see it all the time, like go to town hall, you know, and they'll ask people, okay, everyone, they'll talk about some stuff and they'll have a facilitator, and the facilitator, basically their job is to, if anybody makes a too valid point, they'll label you as a villain, the facilitator as your friend. you know, they're gonna find somebody to kick out in the first 2 minutes because it makes them look good. After that, what they're going to do is break people up into subgroups with little sub-facilitators, which also obviously are controlled. And then in the end, they go to people and they'll have them quote-unquote anonymously submit their issues. Now, the reason that gets relevant, and that's, I suppose, the real trick, because the stuff is anonymous, you don't know what's on the paper. And the person who collates it is the only body who knows. I guess it's the old, it's not the votes that counts, it's who counts the votes. Same basic idea, I guess. So with the Delphi technique specifically, what they'll do is they'll go to people and say, hey, we've listened to what everyone said and this thing didn't come up, and you'll listen to that as an individual and be like, hey, yeah, so clearly it doesn't come up, maybe other people don't share my thing, and you kind of accept the outcome. But the whole idea of it is you don't know, and it's not until that you speak to people and be like, hey, what did you say? And you're like, okay, Bob over here said no, and Susie over here said no, and Fred over here said no. And you're like, well, everyone said no, but yet the outcome is the same. And I saw this in my high school, actually. They did something like this with electing what are called prefects. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but it's effectively somebody that can get you in trouble. They do like teachers extension, and we had a head girl that everyone hated. But we were all like, okay, well, someone must have liked her because she got voted in as head girl. But then you like speak to people and it's like, did you vote for her? No. Did you vote for her? No. But then the school will be like, oh no, we'll only let somebody be head girl if all the students vote, but also the teachers vote. And you're like, wait a sec, but like, you picked the head girl that incidentally has the highest marks in the school, and nobody likes. Like nobody, like outside of her very specific friend group, nobody likes her. It's like, but you said that there's like votes, and you didn't do it. What the hell? So yeah, but I guess that's a bit of a lesson in there somewhere, is that like we're all vulnerable to this stuff, and once you learn about it, you see it everywhere. And like some people know it intrinsically, but the big deal with Delphi is that it is a way to like forge consensus. It isn't just, oh, we all speak. Like, no, that's fine. It's the forging of the consensus that's the specific like bad thing that gets done there. The fact that they tell people everybody's been taken into account as a way to make them accept things. And unless you've got like a very transparent process, there's basically no way to know which one they're doing, which is why it works so well. And we live in a society now where there are so many people, like it's very difficult to have it be transparent without being like, Bob voted for this, and people go to Bob's house like, I see you voted for this thing, Bob. But yeah, it's interesting how like anonymity and that comes together to make people a lot easier to manipulate. And I know with especially voting, it's a big deal. Like, how do you have transparent voting? And yeah, I think it's a lot more difficult than people give it credit for. Because, you know, people in power like to stay in power, and as much as people want to be like, oh no, no one would ever mess with, you know, a vote over whether the socks should be blue or red. You know, vote whether the company has blue socks or red socks. No one would ever mess with that. Like, they kind of would. It's like, I get into arguments with some people that I know, right? And it's usually the same kind of thing. I'll be like, yeah, but I don't trust these groups of people. I don't trust them to tell me the truth. Like, I don't believe trust but verify. I believe verify. And then once they've trusted, you earned. And even then, like, you basically want to, as much as possible, operate in an environment where you don't need trust. Like, trust needs to not be this all pulls into cards. Okay, I'm okay with that. It ain't gonna be a whole lot of cards though. But I think we're gonna be solving this over time. Ah, shoot. Forgot that boom was extra wide. Come on.
Justice.
You know you're gonna die if you don't pay up, my dude. Anyway, so it is kind of interesting to learn about this stuff, and you see it happen a lot. It's the same as the idea of worthy and unworthy victims, and which basically I think was a Chomsky thing. Dude did this whole thing on how society, basically we break it down into people that deserve to be like seen and protected, and people that don't deserve to get it. And it's kind of interesting to note, you know, and to see how deep that goes. By the way, having the R key there is actually really good. And I'm going to do a lot to try get it. Because if I can get this to work out, well, it'll be great for me. It'll be tickets, but in the good way, not the bad way. Okay, so now we... Fuck me, tickets to heaven. It's gonna be tickets to playoffs. It also means that if I ever get into a situation where I'm like, okay, I'm about to die, like pretty much get like a get out of jail free card, I think. You know, which is good. What would I give this up for? I don't know, to be honest. Not a whole lot. Like, what I'm basically giving up here is the ability to do some of the, like, extraneous runs. Like, boss rush or whatever. In order to be able to do, like, you know, like, Hush. Like, boss rush and Hush, we're giving up on that. But in exchange, we're going to be able to do pretty much anything else we want. Okay, I need you guys to be following me properly, thank you. Maybe Mama Mega, but like if we do a rerun, it's pretty likely we find it. And if we find her, we got a big ass bomb, and you know. Ooh, that's frustrating. Oh, that's actually something I haven't done, is crack the walnut, now I think about it. Anyways, we're getting charged up by some guys running around them. You know, like you do. Afraid enemies don't fight back. I feel like there's something there. Bit of a social commentary. More poignant than was intended. Now we run the hell away. Ah. Just had a look, man. I will be very upset with myself if I die while holding the R key because I was a dum-dum. So I need to not zone out and not go smooth brain. The smooth brain hours are not great. I think it'd be good. Especially when you get a room like this, like it's super likely to get a lot of good stuff. The sun. I'm just being sure that I don't accidentally, you know, kill myself or something. Damn it. go. The item room. You know what I can do, actually, now that I'm really thinking about it. What I can do is I'm like kind of picturing something, and it's like trying to foment, and I'm having trouble getting it into like a specific thing. It's a very weird feeling. Dude, I'm not going into the devil deal, into the boss fight at like 1/2 health. That's no. I'm did not sign up for a lost run. Thank you very much. I'm good. Like, nah, bruh. Just nah. You know what? You know what? I think this is acceptable Arky territory. I think I can safely Arky like this. I can Arky without any regrets. Regrets. Just gonna hide the F away. There we go. Now we restart. Let's see what we can do. I like having that ability to choose. I think that was for me the big like. As soon as you can choose, everything is good. Cool. Money. At the moment, we're using bombs pretty liberally, but I don't think it'll be an issue. Devil and death. Just need a not smooth brain. That's the only like proviso, I guess. If I smooth brain, I'm gonna die. Nope. Gotta know your limits, my guy. Sometimes it's better to just nope. I'm good. Walk away. This would be exactly that I'm describing. Just, nope. I'm good. Okay. Healing and luck. Both are good. So where we at? Manipulation, Delphi technique. Yeah. So you can actually see a lot. Like, I think pretty much all of us would have experienced it as well. But it's funny to, like, now that I'm thinking about it, I've seen it in the corporate world too. But then again, the corporate world is like, dude, people are scummy. And it's weird. Like, people are scummy in a weird way. They do stuff that you're like, man, you did not have to do this thing. Like, you'll see people that just like, they seem to like manipulating people. Which is fine, I guess, but it's just kind of weird to be like, ah, this spiders no longer harm me, I guess. Okay, that's kind of cool. Donation machine. Not a chance in hell. Going to pick up that. I hate my reflection. I've had it. I've used it before. I know it. It's just not a nice card. On the bright side, the Halo that we unlocked is pretty good. One of the... I can't remember if it's one of the worst all stats up. I almost think it is, but it is an all stats up, so it's just like... Objectively, you just get better. Like, you'd prefer... you typically end up preferring some other cards, just because... Not cards, some other items, just because they end up with something better, but... The all stats up is pretty nice. And yes, I like the style of streaming where I talk a lot. I just couldn't do it because my voice was absolutely effed. But no, I can, so I can speak. Words, finally words. That is... that is a one boss fight, if nothing else. Like, I wish I had something I could do to them now that they're like... Like, it's a Midas touch. Plus, like, maybe a poop. Like a 30 touch and Midas touch combination. Yeah, that would be nice. Ability to turn them into golden poops for the touch. The thing is, I don't need to ask. Like, I know my health is like, I think it's, I don't remember if it's 2.5 or 3. 1.5 or 2.5, but like, I know it's low. I don't really need to ask the question. Is your health low? Why don't you check? It's like, no, I know. Oh, you're a spider. I was like, what the heck? What is this guy doing? Ah, it's Pin. Pin will decimate, I think. Okay, I'm pretty sure we're down to 2 health. There's no way this is gonna become a Mega Satan run. But I think health is rare enough that it'll be a intelligent idea to go the angel route. I think it'll pay off in the long run to do that. Whether we see that payoff right this second or in a little bit, that's, I guess, to be determined more than anything else. But nope, not playing with this. No, thank you. I am good. As my one partner would say, strong and independent. My one friend. Partner's probably the wrong word. Friend. My one friend says, strong and independent. Like, but you still need help. They'll be like, strong and independent. And huck forth. So I've got piercing shots. So I really don't need Ipecac. Ipecac can be great, but I don't. Like, I'm not really geared towards Ipecac right now. But you know what I'd love is Black Candle, because I would hate to take soy milk by accident. Like that, it'd suck. Surprise, soy milk. Why am I doing this? Huh? Can you tell me? Because I sure as hell can't tell. I want to work my way back. I wouldn't mind like a Satanic Bible or a Book of Revelations, something like that. I would not mind something like that at all. That'd be really good, I think, actually. I like how they've reworked a lot of the graphics because it is showing. I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, said it'd be nice if, and then the thing that'd be nice happened. So, yeah, we're immune to curses at the moment. Really don't have any more complaints to make. Lots of got a beautiful tear effect. This effect. Do not let the holy light effect fool you. It is far better than you think, and you just saw why, which is to say, it does splash damage. So holy light will not just holy light the thing it's holy lighting, but it will holy light everything, which is just beautiful. And crowds are a bane. Now I know there's a way to also get like 3 hearts if you're blue baby, and I can't remember if it's like taking full health when you're at like a quarter or something. There is some mechanic if you're blue baby that'll prevent you from just wasting away. I do not like having my ear swollen. Anyways, moving on. Okay, I'm gonna magician this and maybe also a high priestess because I don't like this guy. He's not too bad, but chances of damage are high. Once he's feared though, I think we're good. Food. Now that is an interesting choice. I think we're gonna want flight. Nope. And I'm a moron because I just left up behind. Oh, whatever. It's okay. One swallow doth not a summer make. I'm actually a bit amused at the fact we might be able to make like Hush. Bush Rush, no, but yeah, it'd be possible to do Hush. Like, the possibility exists. I'm pretty sure that, like, because this whole thing's just one long ass corridor, like, we're gonna be running past most of our rooms that we're looking for anyways, just over the course of like, the game. Always gotta remember to destroy those poops, dude. They can pay out with, like, actually good things. Especially when you've got more items unlocked. It'll be really interesting. You get, like, a Suicide King from a poop. And you have Guppy. Ah, chest and a chest. Look, I actually hate the ghost skull. It'll look good, but it really isn't. You really don't want to get it. Like, really don't want it. Okay, so tough level, X-ray vision. Oh boy. Oh boy. I want both. But I think this is going to be the better one, because now it's very likely that it's either going to be a holy light or a tooth or a holy tooth, which does even more damage. Just tuck in here. It's okay. Daddy's sorry he wasn't around. That's just like death to any enemies I have. But as you can see, it tends up pretty high. Wait. It's like, what do I do? It's pity there's nothing here for me. Okay, now there's nothing here for me. But it could have been. Damage is getting up there. We're getting to like 8 damage, which means like... Those 2 shots do like the same as a bomb. That is pretty damn high. And of course the slowing effect of the sensor does not go awry. Man, I miss when you could snip into boss rush rooms. Or no, it's not boss rush, it's boss trap, that's it. That's the word. Well, we had the walnut payout. That kind of sucked, but good enough, I guess. We'll just, I think, wind our way over, yeah. This is trash, no reason to take damage. And go up, and we see what's there. Flying makes a lot of traps a lot easier. Gonna be honest. How the heck do you get there? How do you get the sec binding of Isaac space unreachable item? How do you get it? Oh, that's just evil. Okay, basically research says that is designed to screw you and you can't have it. So unless I have like Mr. Me, nope. I don't get that item. Classic. Edmund, that's the name of the creator. I've been trying to think of his name for a while now. I feel sorry for my poor wife. She's just like hearing me go, that's the name. But, guess that's pretty common, isn't it? Like, you know, when people play Skyrim and it's like screaming, but you like on the outside, you don't hear the game music, so you're just watching this dude go like, it's just like, what the heck are you doing, man? What are you doing? Why are you doing this thing? What does that mean? I can't believe we've done this. Okay, because we're trying to find the secret room. It's a big bomb. That bomb does 50. That bomb still outperforms our tiers. Not for long, but it does. And that's why you always break the fires when you get a chance. Yeah, mostly you just get murderous. Because that is good. Baby, take me to me. You know what I'd love? Active item. I have some real nice items here. I'm pretty sure I got the 9 volt. Got some pretty solid damage boosting items, but what I don't have, I got the 9 volt, the 12 volt. We like I got the 9 volt, 12 volt, 4.5 volt, literally all the volts, but don't have the one thing that I need to make all that stuff work. I'm also taking a lot of dumb damage, right? There we go. I don't have the one thing I frickin' need. What's that thing? Well, that thing would be an active item! I do like that it gives me the ability to just kind of stand near them and like kill them. It's like, hello. Deathfire invading the personal space. I like this thought. It makes me happy. It actually reminds me, I wouldn't mind getting spectral tears. That'd be a nice thing to pick up, yeah. Spectral tears would be really nice. Kind of invulnerability would be nice. By the way, I like that they've made the mining hats more than just one room away. Like, now it's actually pretty damn useful. I think planetariums are even unlocked. I have to unlock planetariums.
The stars.
Yeah, well, I think I'll take the sulfur. By the way, if I lose this run once again, it will be entirely due to my own idiocy, which I'm not gonna put past me. Like, I've screwed up a lot of Isaac runs. My time, kid. Um. du-du-du-du-du-du.
A fortune.
And I'm so screwed with ultra hard. I'm just watching this and I'm thinking my ultra hard's going to be bloody impossible to me. Then again, you do get to the point where like you eventually know like all the stuff Mom's Foot does. The thing is, I've got heavy on cards, my friend. The thing is,
Joker.
gonna be honest, I guess this is actually worth backtracking for. Like at this point, we've already accepted we're not gonna be speedrunning this game. Let's just not be silly about this, right? We're gonna be real. But if I can find a big as heckin' big empty room. Said a heckin' big empty room. Heckin' big empty room. I said heckin' big empty room. Like this. Well, that'd just be perfect for me to poop everywhere.
Yera.
Yeah. That's pretty good. I'm gonna be honest, the Spirit Hearts are probably the best, but the fact that I'm almost up to about 100, like pennies, doesn't hurt either. So I can go into here and just, hey buddy. But that isn't a heck load of flies. It's a heckin' lot of flies. And I'm a little bit annoyed I couldn't get the petrified poop, but I get it. If I did though, that would have been even better. Okay, so we're going to annihilate this next boss. I probably won't even have to do anything. It's based on the sheer number of flies I see here. This is gonna hurt a lot for that boss. Like, you know, when you play a game and it's just like, yes, or when you go to the hospital and your doctor's like, look, this is gonna hurt. And you're like, ah, boy. That's basically what we're gonna do.
Two of diamonds.
Okay. Good night. Doodle, Mom. Goodbye. Yeah, none of that surprising. So what, for anyone watching, by the way, I'm going for what's called the D6. That's what I want. Isaac Boss Blue Baby. Isaac is Zach Boss. Isaac, I'm pretty sure. Huh. Bosses. Let us go find Isaac. Because there is only one Isaac boss, and I need to check where he is. I'm pretty sure he's, there we go, Cathedral. Bam! And, yeah, so anybody that knows the game would know there's a reason I want to be going after the Isaac boss, which is to say I want to get the D6 with Isaac, which makes playing Isaac a hell of a lot easier. Well, we could say I'm being a little bit deliberate in the way I'm playing this game right now. I don't really need that. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really need anything as much as just to get to the boss without losing too much health. So I guess that's what I'm gonna focus on doing now that I think about it. Like I was before worrying. It's like I'm gonna run out of, like, no, I'll be fine. I just, more fights you do, the less health you're gonna have. See what I mean? More fights you do, the less health you're gonna have. Best decision here is just to stay away from the damn fights. The faster you kill the boss, the happier you're gonna be overall, my dude. With me being my dude, obviously. Like there, that would have been so many golden poops. But even just the poops would... Bruh. You would be a very sad person in this game to underestimate the power of poops. There we go. Nature of the beast, my friend. Now, my score is going to be pretty low, and I fully confess that I'm not big on score. I'm mostly big on not losing the run at the moment. And I'm perfect the other way. That look, the way I'm going to be playing, like depending on what I'm trying to do, is going to need to be like I need to pay better attention and to be more careful. Especially when it comes to like enemy patterns and that stuff. But right now, Right now we're golden. Just hitting the queue with another one or two of these, and then all is good. Go away. Okay, Emperor is actually pretty good.
Algiz.
Ooh. We aren't going to take any of this because that would ruin the run. But I do think the Emperor will be beautiful because we're going to use that to just warp to Isaac when we get to the Dark Room. To the Cathedral. That ought to be a good way to skip a lot of BS that happens. Then what we want to do, get through this thing as quickly as frickin' possible. If we get secret rooms or whatever, that's I'm gonna be treating that mentally as a bonus more than like an actual goal and outcome, you know. Nope. Don't even go down that path, my dude. Just hit the skip button and nothing goes wrong. That's another thing I know I need to learn to do more in Binding of Isaac, is I actually learn to like, nah. Like look at a room and just be like, nah, I'm good. Don't need it. You know? There we go. See, yeah, I'm good. Don't have a reason. Don't even be doing this. There we go. And now the cathedral, which means we go. Okay, we'll do. In my previous vein. Bruh. Strength. There we go. Look, I'd even probably be able to do the whole like shebang, but frankly, just this is good enough. Isaac holds the D6. Nice. Well done. I pat myself on the back. Couldn't have done it without your support, man. Thank you very much, man. Am I going insane? Possibly. Possibly. That's what happens when you stream alone. It's your fault I'm going crazy. You, the person that doesn't watch and give me views. But, Yeah. But okay. Again, we're pretty good. Okay. What one binding of one run with Isaac. Okay. Uno. Because the D6 just is that good. Like it's one of those things where I don't think you tend not to see it immediately why would be great, but it's like, yeah, batteries get good. But this is true for lots of items that reroll you run, right? Like, it'd be a bit weird at first because you're like, why would I want to roll this? And it's like, okay, but realize you can keep rerolling. Just because your first attempt isn't good doesn't mean your second isn't good, doesn't mean your third won't be good. And you can keep going, and because it's from the same pool, you can get a few interesting things, huh? Like I said, this is trash, right? Fortune cookie. It's trash. I'll pick it up, do a single usage. It is still trash. I don't care what people say. Oh, look at that. Knockout drops. Bam. Punchy. But yeah, that's pretty much the reason, right there. Just saw it. It's a good way to take not so good rolls into bloody good ones. And it makes most of the other Isaac things so much easier, dude. I guess it's ironic because again, Isaac's meant to be one of the the default easier character to play, and it's like when I got her, I was like, "What's the D6?" It took so long to learn. Oh, you have to play a lot to get things, and where we are now is like we're basically halfway done in terms of like just seeing all the paths. Never mind getting them all. Like there's still 3-4 hidden characters. Be able to theoretically get okay, so there's no way for me to cheese it. Eat it, Mom. That was beautiful and I loved it. I loved seeing the tier be like, oh, look, something else to stick to. So yeah, like in this case, Spider Baby. I hate it. But look at that. Now it spawns a pull. And because this is typically going to be a relatively big room. Ouch. Okay, moving on. Seeing as it's going to be a relatively big floor, we should be able to get another charge on this boy. At least I'm hoping so. It'll be interesting. I usually prefer to save it for the boss item because boss items tend to be better. Like just on the balance of probability, so to speak. it'll let me peep this without having to worry too bad. Okay, so Guppy, good. Guppy is good. I want to be able to get a deal. I have a fair bit of health and I would like some more. Gamash. Come on. There you go. And don't forget, you can reroll Devil Deal items too. You can be pretty creative with this, I guess. Good point. Ooh, missed. Okay, so now we oh, it's trash. It's trash. Okay, now we go sulk. Actually, no, I go shower. It's just so comfy. Because an Isaac run is actually pretty solid, I'm not gonna lie. Like, a lot of the damage does come from knockout drops, but it's not bad. Temperance is good. Metamorphosis with Temperance is better. Because Hematemesis can ironically heal you. Maybe it was close to paying up, maybe it wasn't. That was my decision, I own it. But that little detour meant that if we go to a shop, we can pick up whatever we see. And that is worth quite a lot to me, I'm not gonna lie. And like the big thing with especially when you're playing around with like the D6 and whatever, is like most things will eventually become something good. Like there's enough good stuff in the item pool that you'll almost always get it eventually. It just takes some time to make it happen. But yeah, at some stage it was pretty well required. Because yeah, that item pool for a while was kind of crap. I actually think that's when I stopped playing, when it was just like, oh, here's the new item, it's a range up, and you're like, I have very rarely had range problems. And they were like, yeah, we did see that they were range problems, so we went and basically nerfed the good items. And you're like, why would you do this? It's just like, oh no, we wanted the game to be harder. Like, yeah, you made it harder, but damn sight less fun as well. So something I've learned when using this basically is you do want to be a little bit cautious because you have the ability to reroll. It's easy to think like, oh, it's unless the best item ever, always reroll, always reroll. It's like, that's not as true as you might think. You want to be willing to reroll, but you also want to have like a minimum standard. If the item hits it or is what you need, you don't need to like keep going, you know? I guess this is like a life lesson there somewhere as well. It's like, should you always be looking for better? Yeah. Especially if it's like a bad deal and you have nothing to lose, but when you get a pretty decent item, like there's not really much of a reason to just be like, yeah, no, it's just I need only the best, only S tier items are allowed. It's like, oh, you're gonna be taking 3 items the entire run. Maybe you're probably gonna be taking 2 items actually, considering you only allowed so many tier 4 items in the game. Basically, and I'm pretty sure that's affected by luck as well. It's like, yeah, would you be happy? Maybe. Congratulations, you only get the best items though. Yes. So I switched out the leech for dead onion. Am I sad about it? Not even a little bit. I have no shame. I love dead onion because it is piercing shots, tears up. I think it might be slight damage down, but yeah, I feel nothing. I am happy with this outcome. Good day to you, sir. Look, we could probably do, like, I've got some decent things. Yeah, we can make boss rush happen. We need to push it, but we can do it. Hey, give the dog his due. And if we can bomb that thing, we might get a crawl space.
Temperance.
Okay, no crawl space, but moving on. That's one thing that actually makes me very nervous. I do not like to skip floors. That's a big, like, oof. But I've seen somebody do it. They skipped it all the way down, went to the final deal, and was just like, yep, this is me. By the way, I don't know if I've mentioned, but like that can be an absolute S tier combination, depending on what items you get. Like this should do pretty damn well. Far right of 8. Beautiful. Anything better would be cancer. Mysterious fluid ain't bad. Nothing else gives a pretty color to your tears. Why is the game being so nice to me? My luck's not high. Look, it happens. I know you get good runs, but I don't typically on a balanced probabilities, you're only going to get so many of a certain thing. Balanced probabilities. There I go, using that damn term. Okay, good example. Bam. Restock. I'm not gonna take restock, I don't actually need restock, but although I will say the D6 does kind of have places where you want to be trading it out. Like Book of Bilal, typically you can use right up until the end game. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I might end up just using the Emperor here. Because I'm going to have to go all this frickin' way back. Pick up the item room. But that is one thing worth noting. You kind of lose all knockback. Oh, Psychic Tears. That'd be pretty cool as well. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of Gibbs from this game. I don't trust this at all. I do not feel comfortable or safe right now. I feel like I'm gonna get a much harder late game run. No, we're not doing this. I knew it! I effing knew it! Okay. Legitimately though, we are going to be going for that mom fight as fast as possible because I want to get a boss rush. Not that we're weak, like we've got pretty solid. Got some pretty solid damage. There's a bit of stuff that would make it better, but it's pretty good. We have an unparalleled ability to put it down range, I'm not gonna lie. Am I using gun terms? Yes. Do I care? No. Look, missing boss rush happens. It's a pain in the ass, but it does. I saw it coming and I ignored it. Okay. I'm done for today.
Yeah. Good day, everyone.